Universal has changed. Now, let us explain. We've been coming to the parks for years, and just when we thought we had it all figured out, Universal changed everything. Some of our best money-saving tips and tricks just don't work like they used to. So today, we're going to talk about what's changed to help you get ready for your next trip to the parks. For years, when we visited Universal and wanted to have Express Pass for our stay, we would always stay at one of the 3 premier hotels that includes that unlimited Express Pass with your stay. And we told all of you guys to do the same thing, because even with the added cost at staying at the most expensive hotels on property, it was almost always worth it instead of buying those Express Passes outright, especially if you had more than 2 people in your room. But that's not necessarily the case anymore. All the hotels have gotten more expensive, just like everything else in the world. The only hotels that you have a chance for getting less than $100 are the endless summer resorts, with everything else costing at least $150. The cheapest that you can get the premier hotels is over $300 a night, and good luck finding them for that. And while it's a bummer that the hotel prices have gone up in general, what that really means is that it may not be worth it for Express Pass alone.
For example, we checked for premier hotels a few weeks from today, and the cheapest that we could find was just over $700 a night. During that same time frame, some of the cheaper hotels you could get for around $200 a night. That's a $500 difference. And then the express passes during those same times. So the unlimited 2-park express pass, they start at like $200 as well. So for Anna and I, it would save us a little over $100 every night if we stayed at the cheaper hotel and just bought Express Pass outright. You would have to have at least 3 people for it to make sense to stay at the premier hotel during that time. But even then, the more guests that you have in a room, the more expensive that it can get. I guess long gone are the days where every single time that you come and you want Express Pass, it's just cheaper to get a premier hotel.
And we're not telling you to ignore the premier hotels. There are still going to be times where this is going to be the best option. And there are other reasons that you would want to stay here as well. The premier hotels have the nicest amenities. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they all have the water taxi to get you to and from the parks. But what we are saying is that if you're trying to get express passes the cheapest way possible, you now have to price it out both ways and see which one is actually better for you. Another thing that's changed at Universal is the need for dining reservations. You used to be able to come to the parks and not have to have a reservation, and at the end of the day, you could go to City Walk. You might have to wait 30 minutes for a table, but you could get sat just about anywhere. Now, if you're wanting to eat at a full-service restaurant anywhere at the resort, including the sit-down restaurants in the parks like Mythos or Lombard's, you have to have those reservations ahead of time, especially if you're wanting to eat during the peak dinner time of about 5 to 8.
In our experience, you really don't have to worry that much. Universal will allow you to book dining reservations like 6 months in advance. We're procrastinators, and you probably are too, so we have never done that. As long as you do it a week or 2 before your time down here, you should be fine. I would go as far to say as if it's not like a really busy time in the park, you can probably just wait till a couple of days before you want to eat there, and you should be fine. Don't hold us accountable. Just to show you how difficult it can be and why you shouldn't wait till like the night of to try to go get a table. Last night, we loaded up and we went to City Walk on a random Wednesday in February, a time of year where it should be pretty slow in the parks. And this is kind of what happened.
Hour and a half. Reservation only. 2.5 hours. 2 hours. 1 hour. Not bad. Hour and a half. 45 minutes for a milkshake. No tables available. 1 hour. They don't even have reservations here. Mobile order. About 6 minutes.
You're probably thinking 2 things. 1, why was it only a 6-minute wait for donuts? We have no idea. That is a great question. And 2, you're probably thinking 45 minutes to an hour doesn't seem like that long. However, if you've spent all day in the parks, you've done 25,000 steps, and all you've eaten is a hot dog and a butterbeer, an hour's gonna feel like an eternity. Just think about it. You could have spent that hour sleeping, or better yet, riding Hagrid's. Give this video a thumbs up if you think Hagrid's is better than sleeping.
A comment that we get all the time about reservations is that people don't want to feel like they have to be on a schedule while they're on vacation, and we totally get that. But the great thing about Universal is that you can cancel your reservation at any point in time, and you don't have to worry about any kind of like fee or penalty associated with that. So go ahead and make those dinner reservations, and then if it ends up not working out, just cancel them as soon as you know. Not gonna lie, guys, this next one, it hurts to talk about this one, and that's because it is one of our #1 go-to money saving tips that we tell people. We talked about this in the second video we ever put out on our channel, and we have 9 entire videos dedicated to this topic, and that is annual passes. As people who didn't used to be Florida residents and travel down to the parks all the time, annual passes have saved us thousands of dollars. We actually tried to do the math at one point, and we were able to calculate over $10,000 that we know for sure our passes have saved us, and it's probably way more than that at this point. But annual passes have changed, and they're not the amazing deal that they used to be. Annual passes have increased in price substantially. Last year, we saw 2 price hikes on annual passes, and now the cheapest non-Florida resident pass is $425 before tax. Our advice for annual passes used to be if you were coming for at least 3 days, a seasonal pass was going to save you money, but that's just not the case anymore. For example, right now Universal is running a buy 3 days, get 2 free promo ticket that starts at $295. That ticket gets you into the parks for a total of 5 days, and it's $130 less than a 2-park seasonal pass.
There are still times that it's going to save you money to get an annual pass. If you're coming multiple trips throughout a year, like we used to do, it's going to save you money. If you're coming for like a week or so, it's probably going to save you money. Universal does run some good deals. And then if you're a Florida resident, it's a no-brainer. Parking alone is going to save you all that money. It's just not the way that it used to be. There were times where if you were coming for 2 days, we would tell you to get an annual pass because of the discounts that you get with an annual pass on like hotel rooms and food and merchandise. It's just not that way anymore. There's times that you're gonna have to just get single day tickets, which sounds so odd for us to suggest. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you love theme parks just like us, we really hope that you will consider hitting that subscribe button and hanging out with us every week.
Also, if you want to check out some more tips for 2023, you can check out this video right here, but we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!